Good morning. Welcome to our Wednesday live lessons for math and science. Are you guys ready? Let's jump right in. All right, so welcome aboard, guys. Remember, we are celebrating all month for our August and July birthday parties. So Madeline for July and Anthony for August. So happy birthday, guys. And now remember your promise. If you're joining me for the live lesson, any Zoom call, remember your promise. Participate, be respectful. Thank you for being on time. Stay muted. Include your name in the chat or Zoom. Stay in your spot until I tell you to get up. And then keep your eyes on the screen where all the magic happens. We will also be doing math and science today. So for math, we are going to use models. Now, models, what are those? Oh, that's where you show your work. Models to explore numbers from 11 to 19. And we'll talk a little bit more about why we're doing this lesson in just a moment. Then for science, we are going to learn about the 4 seasons of our year and how the weather might change throughout the seasons. Okay, so I think it's fascinating to learn both of those. Are you guys ready to Nearpod? Yeah, okay, I'll meet you there in just a second. Here I am. It's time to Nearpod. This is a nice long one for you to practice with me now and then again later when I send your link. Okay, I will email a link to the Nearpod to your families later today. All right, let's do it. What are we going to start with? Teen numbers. I said a little bit earlier that I would explain why I wanted to do this lesson. And that is because teen numbers can be a little confusing. And a lot of times students get them confused with other numbers. So I wanted to go over what teen numbers are, the numbers from 11 to 19, and how we can show them, how we can model them, what the value truly means, and how to write them, and not get them confused with other numbers. So that's very important. There's a reason for why we're doing this lesson today. It's because I've noticed there's some confusion. So we're going to focus on adding ones, little baby ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, to a complete and full 10. So we can add ones to a 10 and we'll create teen numbers, any numbers between 11 and 19. So we're going to use tens frames to help model the value of these numbers. Okay, so why are we doing it? Now you know. And how much do you already know about the numbers 11 through 19? I know a lot. I can tell you the value, I can write it, I can say it. I know which is greater or less. I get it all. I can do it on a 10 frame. A. B. I know some of them. I might get a few confused. C. I don't know teen numbers. I don't even know what a tens frame is. Teach me. All right, no problem. Here we go. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And we are going to watch a very quick little video about the teen numbers 11 through 20. 11 through 19. 20 is 2 tenths. So let's watch and see if we can learn a little bit from the video, and we may not watch the whole thing. So let's see what we watch.
Welcome back to Number Farm. There's some new animals here and the farm has grown. Shall we meet the new arrivals? Look, there's 2 mice chasing each other. Hello, Tiny Mouse. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mice. Hello, plump turkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 turkeys.
All right, let's stop there and look at that number 12. We had just done number 11 with the mice. Now we have 12 turkeys. Now what you'll notice is that they drew turkeys to represent the number 12. But you're not going to have that amount of time, especially during a test when they say to write down or draw or model the numbers. You don't have time to draw turkeys. No, you don't. The test will be over. School will be over. Your mom will be there to pick you up and you'll still be drawing turkeys. So I don't really like the method of drawing fancy pictures to show each number. What I like are dots. Okay, so imagine instead of drawing turkeys, you could just draw dots to represent each number, each value for the numbers. Okay, so the other thing I noticed about this is that they didn't really use any way to organize the turkeys. They lined them up okay, but there's no tens frame. I don't see one, do you? A tens frame is wonderful. It's sort of like a little basket or a holder for your dots, your counters. And I don't see anything here. So even though they've lined them up nicely so you can easily count them, I don't like the way they've organized them. Do you? What I do like is that they have not only drawn a turkey to represent the number, the value of the number, but they've also written the number 12. Do you like that? They wrote the number 12. And you notice there's two numbers, two digits in the number 12. It has a 1 and a 2. Do you know what those are for? Those are to show that we have collected 110 and 2 leftover turkeys. 2 ones left over. So what would that look like? That would look like me collecting 10 turkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's my 110. I made a whole 10. I did it. And I still have 2 baby turkeys left over. 1, 2, 2 ones, 2 baby ones left over. And I'll put that in my ones place. So now I have a 10 and 2 ones. And you know what that is together? Yeah, it's the number 12. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's find some different ways to represent the values of teen numbers. But first, let's have a quick little fun memory test. What you're going to do right now, and you can practice this more on your own later, is to match up the numbers. So this is just for you to recognize teen numbers, okay? So here's the number 19. Do you think you could find another one? Wah, wah, wah. Nope. How about this one? Oh, this says 10. Oh, that's a low one, isn't it? Oh, I saw 19 before. Hey, I matched it. Let's do one more before we move on. Oh, what's that number? We just did that with the turkeys. It's the number 12. Okay, so let's see if we can match and find another number 12. Nope, that wasn't good. That had 4 baby ones and 110. That didn't match either. Do you think we'll find it? I see 17. Oh, wait. Look, 12 has 1 full 10 and 2 baby ones left over. And I found them matching. Excellent. So you can practice this on your own, matching up the numbers that represent the value of teen numbers. 19 matches 19. That's 110 and 9 ones. And then we match the number 12. You can do the rest, right? Okay. Let's move on to, I want you to type a number, any number between 10 and 20. What does that mean, Mrs. Cruz? You can't do 10 and you can't do 20. It has to be between them. So imagine if your mom and your dad were standing on either side of the room, and then there were a bunch of, I don't know, puppies in between them. You can only take the puppies in between mom and dad. You can't take mom or dad. So that's the same concept for I need a number between 10 and 20, but you can't pick 10 and you can't pick 20. So it's the numbers in between those. All right. So see if you can choose any one of our teen numbers and type it in. Let's see. I'm going to type, I don't know, what's my favorite number? Do I have a favorite? 13. I'm going to type in the bottom 13, and that's my number. It is between 10 and 20. It's greater than 10, less than 20, and it's a teen number. Can you think of one? If you think of a number line that goes all the way from 10 to 20, think of all the numbers in between, and you can count on. You can choose numbers that you count up. As you count up from 10 to 20, pick one of those numbers. Do you remember how to count? We better do that really quickly. Ready? All right, so we're going to count from 0 to 10 and then clap 3 times, and then we will do our teen numbers from 10 up to 20. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to start with 0. Are you ready to start with 0? Good, good. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, did you get to 10? Let's keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's it. So the numbers from 11 up to 19, you have to pick one of those. That's between 10 and 20, right? All right. So pick a number, any number, write it down. I'd like to see what number you choose. Remember, it has to have 2 digits. It has to have a 10, 110, and some baby ones left over. Speaking of baby ones left over, look at this 10 frame. What is a 10 frame? It's a way to collect 10. It's a group of 10. 10 is such an easy number to count that we love to group 10s. If you dropped candies or dots all over the ground, you can collect them in groups of 10. That makes it so much easier to keep them organized and be able to count, right? So that's what a 10 frame is. It has a space for 10 dots. Remember, we don't want to draw turkeys, just simple dots because we have to go fast, fast, fast. And look, if you fill in the 10 frame with a dot for each spot and you've completely filled it in, it's done. It's a 10. Tap the full 10, tap the 10, and keep going. Now, what you'll notice is we have completely filled in this first 10 frame. We have 10, $10, 10 chicken nuggets, 10 candies, 10 something, but there's some left over. We can't put the leftover ones in this first 10 frame. They don't fit. We have to give them a new place, a new home, a new house to live in. Let's build them a new 10 frame. That's what they did. Notice there is one complete 10 frame and one that's nearly empty. But we were able to put the leftover dots or counters into the new house, the new 10 frame. Well, when you see this, if you have a complete full 10 already done, and let's double check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the first 10 frame. Did I get to 10? I saw 10. Tap the 10 and move on. Ready? 10, and then go to the next one. 11, 12. Look at that. There are 2 ones left over, and we started a new 10 frame. Is it full? Is the second one full? I hope you said no. It's not full. It only has 2 dots in. There's plenty of room for more, but we don't have any more dots. So we have 10 and then keep counting on 11, 12. That's how we can represent a teen number. It's making a 10 and counting on any extras. All right. Now, that was the number 12. That's 12. I wonder what 13 would look like. I wonder what 14 would look like. I wonder what 11 would look like in the tens frames. Well, let's look at ways to represent the numbers. Here's number 11. That's how old you are after you're 10. The next birthday you have, you turn 11. It's 110, a full 10, tap the 10, 10, and one baby one left over in the ones place. That's what 11 is. Now, that's one way to do it is to write the number 11. You can also have objects to represent the number 11. 11 crayons, $11, 11 marshmallows, 11 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can also write the word. It starts with an E. 11. 11. I can write the whole word out. Isn't that nice? All right. So can you draw? Do you remember how to fill up a 10? And then add any extras in the second 10 frame? Well, now it's your job to show me how you would represent the number 11. I'm going to help you on this one, aren't I? Yes, I am. I'm going to get my stamping tool. And let's see, I think we'll do red because we had red before. So let's fill it in. 1, 2, 3. Remember, we have to get to 11. 4. Are we there yet? Is this 10 full? No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have to get to? 11. Okay, keep going. 6. 7. 7. We're so close. Look how close we are to finishing the 10. 8. 9. What comes after 9? 10. We have a 10. But wait, we wanted to get to the number 11. Look at the directions. We have our 110. It's completely filled in. Do you see it? We can tap our 10, but we're not done. We wanted to get to the number 11, and all we're at is 10. So what can we do? Let's see if I can just draw some extra dots. Oh, I have a new 10 frame down here. What if I did some extra dots down here? Would that be enough for 11? Let's see. Tap your 10. 10, 11, 12, 13. Uh-oh. What did I do wrong? Oopsie. That's right. I drew too many. How about this one? Tap your 10. It's full. You can just say 10. You don't have to recount them all. Don't recount them. It's just like meeting your mom again and again and again. You can just call her mom. This is a 10. Tap the 10. Done. And keep going. 11, 12. Wah, wah, wah. Too much. I think I drew too many dots, right? All right, let's try now. Tap your 10. The first one's done. 10, 11. I did it. I made the number 11. That's right. So now what does the number 11 look like? It looks like 110 and one leftover 1. You can draw the number 11 just like that. And you can represent it. Check your answer. That's right. Here it is. The number 11 is a full 10. Look at that whole 10. Where it is. Look, it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one baby left over. 11. So 10 plus 1 more equals 11. 10 plus 1, 10 plus 1 more equals 11. Okay. I love representing this. It's your turn to write the number 11. Can you write it? Write it. Okay, so you have plenty of space and you can do it 2 different ways. Do you remember how to do the number 11 and then write the word 11? Which one will you try? I'll leave that to you. Okay, so work on writing the number 11. Now let's do another couple of representations. Let's do 12, and there's the number 12. Whoa, what does 12 have? It has a full complete, tap your 10. Do you see it? There's that 110. It's all filled in. And then how many babies left over? How many ones are we adding to the 10? That's 2. 10 plus 2 more is 12. A 10 and 2 more babies makes 12, right? Let's draw or have objects to represent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. Keep practicing so you don't miss any numbers. You should practice counting and have a ruler or a number line handy so you're sure you don't miss any numbers. And even a hundreds chart is great. Here's another way to represent the number 12 is to write the word 12. Okay, now it's your turn to do the same thing we did with number 11. That's right. As we count to get to the number 12, let's fill in our dots in the tens frames, right? Let's see, what color should we do? Green? Oh no, green looks good. Okay, let's try it. Remember, we're going to count to 12. Look at the directions. There's the number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do we do? Are we there yet? Nope. 11, 12. I tap my 10 and add on 2 more. I have 1 10 and then 2 baby ones left over. Look at my number 12. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah. What if I put an extra dot in? Wah, wah, wah. That would be the number 13. Ooh, get rid of that. Ugh. No. So we have to make sure that the value, the dots that we represent, match the number. I don't want to draw the wrong number of dots. You'll notice that I also made sure to fill up that 10 frame. I once knew a kid who kept forgetting to fill in the 10s. They're not 10s. You can't say you have a 10 unless you fill it in. Okay, so make sure it is 1 dot for each square. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can move into your second 10 frame and keep going. 11, 12, done. All right, check your answers. Yes, they're in this number 12. We have a 10 frame that's completely filled in, and then we can count that as a tap your 10. It's done. So you don't have to recount. Just call it 10. That's its name. It's full. It's done. It's a 10. So just tap it and say 10 and then keep going. 11, 12. So 10 plus 2 more equals 12. Look at that equation. 10 plus 2 equals 12. Let's write it. Are you ready to write it? Are you going to write the number 12? Do you remember how to do that? I hope so. 110. And how many baby ones left over? Oh, yeah. Or you can write the word. Elv. With a little E on the end. All right, there it is. You could try that. Okay, guys, let's do one more. One more. Teen number 14. There's the number 14. It's gold. It's shiny. It has 110. And how many ones left over? 4. That's right. Now let's see how you can represent 14. They have 14 little purple hash marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, I don't like that. It's hard to count those. It's kind of like just making my eyes cross. I think I'd prefer putting them into a tens frame. It's so much easier to count. Here's another way to represent 14. Write the word. So teen means it's a 10 number, and there's the number 4 for 4 babies left over. 14. Get it? 14, not 40. Ah, I once heard a student say 14 is the same as 40. 14 is a lot less than 40. If I had money, 14 is a lot less than the number 40. They're not the same number. They might sound similar, but they're very different. Okay, now it's your turn to practice drawing 14 counters in the 10 frame. Let's look at the number 14. I should have 1 complete full 10. And then 4 ones left over, 4 little baby ones left over. Where would we put them? All right, so go ahead and try that on your own. And then on the next slide, you can check your answer to see if you have represented the number 14 by drawing the dots in their tens frames. 14 is, here it is, 10 and 4 baby ones left over. I completely filled in a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap your 10. Keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14. Done. All right. So let's see what we're going to do next. Oh, yeah, write the number 14. Can you do it? Practice writing number 14. 14. It's got a 10 and 4 baby ones left over. You can write the word 14 if you'd like. Remember, that is not the number 40. 40 is much greater. All right, now let's have a little bit of fun. I want you to match the word to the number. This is a little tricky, so let's try one. I'll do a couple with you and you try the rest on your own. I'm going to pick, oh, I don't know, how about 11? There's the number 11. Slow it down. 11. Now let's go over to the big words and see if we can find one that starts with 11. That starts with a F. That can't be E. Wait, here's an E. Let's see if it's the right word. 11. It is. Let's match up the number 11. Ding. Can we do another one? Oh, how about 12? What does that start with? 12. Can you find it? This one starts with a T, but it doesn't have the L or a V. 12. I can hear it when I say it. 12. So that can't be it. Wait, is this it? 12. Yep, I found it. I found it. All right. Can you match the number 14? Here's the number 14. Can you find it? How about this one down here? 13. Oh, and what about this one? 15. Can you find the words that match? I'll do that one. That one looks a little harder, doesn't it? Let's see. 5, 15's got a 5. Can you see it? I found it too. Here it is. 15. If you say it, slow it down, look at the letters. I bet you'll be able to sound it out. All right, guys, you can finish the rest on your own. And let's move on. Go, Miss Cruz, go. This is something, well, we won't take a lot of time on this, but it just says the numbers from 11 to 19 are composed of tens and some ones left over. Use your knowledge of place value, that's the tens and ones, to help you identify the amount of tens and ones in each number. Drag the tens and ones to represent each number. Well, we're going to go pretty quickly on this one. I'm just going to pick 2 of them. Are you ready? I don't know. Which ones would you like? We'll do 11. I love that. It's the number right after 10. So 11 has a full 10. Look at that. See that 10 all squished together? It's a nice 10 rod. That has 10 dots or cubes already stuck together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is one way to show that this 10 matches what we have in our number 11. So we have 110, and how many baby ones are left over? That's right. Look at that ones place. It's got 1 baby 1 left over. Now let's do one more. Ooh, let's do 15. Way down here at the bottom. Can you find it? Once again, choose how many tens are tapped, are done, are complete. I see 1 10. See, there's 1 10. So we'll put him in there. He's tapped, he's done. How many baby ones are left over in the number? I see 5. We better pull 5 ones and stick them right in there with him, because to represent the number 15, we need to show the value of each digit. We have 1 full 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baby ones left over. Does that match the number? I think so too. 1 10 and 5 ones. Excellent. All right, guys, practice that on your own. Place value is extremely important for first grade. So make sure you know how to use your 10s and your ones. Okay, so we have a quick little quiz and we're getting close to science. I want that you to look at the 10 frame, tap your 10 and count on, and then find the number that you think that this model, this tens frames model represents. So let's do this one together. Tap your 10, it's done, and keep going. Ready? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I see them. I counted the dots. Do it again. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I counted the dots. Now let's go back and find the number that it matches. A is 11, B is 12, C is 13, D is 14. What do you remember? How many baby ones were left over? Yeah, do you see 4? Okay, go back to the answers. Which one of them has a 4 babies left over? Which one has the 4 ones in the ones place? You're right. If you said D, you got it right. Easy. Okay, do the rest on your own. And it's the same thing. You look at the model and then match it up. Okay. So we have a time to climb that once again, I'm not going to do with you. That's your job to take a quick quiz to see if you can represent the numbers, you can match the values, you know your team numbers. It's going to ask you similar questions. See if you know your team numbers from 11 to 19. Now your poll. How confident do you feel now about your ability to represent any number between 11 and 19? It says 15, but I went to 19. So do you feel A, very confident, I got this, B, somewhat confident, or C, I need a lot more help, Mrs. Cruz, I don't understand the 10s and 1s. Be honest, it helps me know you and helps me figure out what I can do to help. Okay, so A, I got this, I can do it in my sleep. I know my 10s and 1s. I know how to represent team numbers. B, I can do some of them, but some of them I forget. I still maybe get a few confused. C, I don't understand. Okay, next. Let's go on. Thank you for filling that out. It means a lot to me. All right, it's time for our brain break. Are you guys ready? Make sure you stand up and clear away anything you might bump into. Yeah, let's only take a few seconds to do this. When we're finished, we will jump into science and wrap up our lesson for the day, okay? I thought you'd like this one. It's the Pokemon brain break. So let's move forward and get ready to run in place. Run! Ooh, dodge. Duck. Grab. Jump. Oh, exercise time. You need to jumping jack. Oh, I'm tired already. Jump. Grab. Jump. Jump. Dodge. Dodge. Exercise time. Good squats. Ooh, grab. Uh-oh. What are we gonna do now? Get him. Keep throwing. We got him! Awesome. Okay, practice that more on your own. That was the very fast brain break. And now we're going to jump into science. So settle back down. Yeah, kind of calm down, calm down. Remember, you can practice that more on your own, okay? But for now, let's finish up our lesson. Thank you for calming back down and sitting back down and getting ready. We are going to talk about lesson. Try that again. All right, thank you for coming back to our lesson. We are going to learn about seasons, the seasons of the year. Before we play our video, do you know all the months in our year? Yeah, all the months. There are 12 months in a year. Do you know the song? January, February, March, and April, May, June, and July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. So you need to know those songs, practice them. Also, you should know what months are in what season. Okay. And the other thing you might want to know is um, what months come before December? What month comes after February? What month comes after June? These are things we need to know. All right. So the months have been divided into 4 different seasons. We use our seasons to help us with how we live, how we grow food, how we survive. So our seasons are different all over the country, all over the world. Um, we have the same seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall, but they may seem a little different depending upon where you are in the earth because the weather can change and maybe it's a little colder in one section, a little warmer. We talked about that a little bit yesterday in our social studies when we discovered maps. So are we ready? Yeah, this is
Storybots.
Cold weather's kind of winter's thing. In spring, the plants get back their bling. By summer, they're in full swing. But in fall, their leaves go tumbling. Down, down, down to the bottom. Oh, that reminds me, some folks call fall autumn. Well, anyway, winter, spring, summer, fall. 1 year, 4 seasons in all. Winter, spring, summer, fall. 4 seasons, you can count them all. Winter, spring, summer, fall. 1 year, 4 seasons in all. Winter, spring, summer, fall. And now you know them once and for all.
Let's take a look one more time at the names of the 4 seasons. Remember, we took the 12 months and divided them up, and some months are in winter, some are in spring, some are in summer, and some of them are in fall. I wonder where July is. Do you think it's in winter, spring, summer, or fall? You know that. What about December? What about January? How about November? Do you know where that is? We're going to wrap it up now with you get to have fun dragging each picture to show what happens in each season. Well, there are 4 seasons in a year. There's winter, there's spring, there's summer, there's fall. Look at the pictures. They represent the seasons. Well, let's see. Can you find winter? Yeah, doesn't look like Florida, does it? It's snowing. Can you find springtime where the flowers grow? And what about summer? It's hot, green and hot, toasty. There it is. What about fall, where the leaves fall down off the tree? There it is. Okay, now come on over to the pictures and let's place the names of the seasons right in them. Click and drag. Let's find winter. That was fun. Stick him in there. How about springtime where the flowers bloom? How about summer, hot, hot, hot and green? And what about autumn or fall? Let's stick that right down there. Now we have named our seasons. Let's look at the rest of the pictures. We have a very hot thermometer. Ooh, look how red he is. He's super hot. Where would you put him? Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Autumn is also called fall, just so you know, in case I use the word fall. But for now, where would you put the really, really hot? I agree. Summertime. What about the cold thermometer? Brr. I agree. Let's put him over there in winter. Now let's look at the rest of the pictures. How about, what is this one? Oh, the bear hiding in his den. He's hibernating. We learned about that in yesterday's lesson. Yeah, Even the animals are affected by the seasons and weather. Let's put him over there in the winter category, a season of, so we know that he's hibernating all winter long. All right, what about this guy right here? He's playing in the leaves that are falling down off of the tree. Where do you think those go? If you said fall or autumn, you got it right. All right, let's pop him down here in the autumn. And then let's go over to the next picture. What about, oh, this one's easy. Look at the kids playing in the sand. Where would you put that one? Ooh, it's like they're really hot outside. Maybe they're at the beach. Let's put them in summer. What about, um, oh my, how about this? The flowers? Oh, remember when I said the flowers grow? Yeah, let's put it in springtime. How nice. And do you see another flower? It's raining on him. Well, we know that the springtime showers will bring flowers, so put him in spring as well. Now let's see, what about, oh, I know this one. Look at this little kid playing in the snow. That's an easy one. Let's put her over here. She's making snow angels in the snow. All right, we have 2 pictures left. Do you know where to put the windy, windy, windy? Do you know which season is super windy and it blows the leaves everywhere? Yeah, you guessed it. It's autumn. Okay, let's put, let's put the wind on the little boy and blow the leaves all over him. Okay, let's try one more. Do you know where the ducks might go? I hear a lot of them at night and even during the daytime. I agree. Usually it's spring or summer that we will find all the ducklings, the baby animals growing up. So you can place him in there if you'd like, okay? All right, guys, great job. You just learned how the seasons can influence how plants grow and even how animals behave and how people behave and how we dress, what we do during each season, because the seasons will bring different weather, won't they? Yeah, it's not the same all year round. That's right. And it depends on where you live in the United States. That was our lesson from yesterday. The seasons might be just feel a little different, right? The weather might be a little different depending upon where you live. So now that you know the seasons, do you remember them? Can you say them? Winter, spring, summer, fall, all the seasons. I know them all. Winter, spring, summer, fall. That's right. And you can also call it autumn. All right, as your exit ticket, you are to match each vocabulary word with its picture to prove to me that you know the seasons. So let's look at the words first. We have summer, spring, autumn is at the bottom, and then the top in the middle says winter. Can you match the picture of the season to the word for each season? So what would summer match to? What would springtime match to? What about autumn or fall? Remember, we used both words. And then winter. Okay, you guys got this? Do I have to do it with you? Nah, you've got it. All right, go ahead and match it up. Oh, I have to do autumn because autumn and fall are the same. Yay, I did that one. All right, that's all. That's it. I'm not going to do any more. You finish it up. Guess what? We're all done. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for learning with me. I truly appreciate you working as hard as you do. Keep those lessons and assignments coming in, and I would like to see you all for DBAs, so please sign up using my DBA link, and I'll see you next week if we don't have any DBAs scheduled. All right, I hope you come to our next lesson. Bye, guys.